Medieval peasant hygiene, dirt, parasites, and survival. You think you know medieval peasants, you believe the history books. Prepare to have your assumptions shattered as we uncover the truly foul, hidden secrets of their daily existence. Was the Middle Ages just one long, unbearable stink-fest, a caricature of filth? Perhaps, but while modern comforts like running water and scented soaps were utterly unimaginable dreams, faint disturbing whispers of their peculiar kind of cleanliness echo through time. Forget gleaming indoor plumbing, forget fragrant shampoos or pristine nail salons. Their world was a starkly different, brutal landscape, relentlessly defined by crushing scarcity. Could you, pampered by modernity, truly survive with just a single worn set of clothes against your skin? Consider this. Maybe, just maybe, a hidden part of you belongs in their time more than you dare realize. Brace yourself, steel your stomach, as we delve deep into, wait, what is that horrifying, stomach-churning stench drifting across the centuries? It's the almost unbelievable, hidden hygiene rituals of the common folk, the secrets they never wanted told. But first, before we peel back the layers of grime, smash that subscribe button for weird history from the world. Demand to know what other dark, forgotten medieval corners you want us to ruthlessly expose next. Ready? Can you handle it? Hold your breath. We're plunging headfirst, no turning back, into the murky, shocking, disease-ridden cesspool of peasant hygiene reality. Medieval Europe, a relentless, desperate, losing war against encroaching filth, towering mountains of waste, human and animal, dealt with in ways so primitive they actively bred rampant disease. This ever-present filth summoned biblical swarms of vermin, relentless fleas, and tenacious lice, tiny, crawling harbingers of agonizing sickness, even the soul-chilling terror of the dreaded plague itself. Their secret weapon against this onslaught, constant washing, or so they desperately tried, often failing, and the mysterious, almost mystical power of herbs and flowers, desperately employed to ward off relentless pests and weakly mask the pervasive, inescapable stench. Fancy a dip in tepid, scummy, undeniably grimy water. Your authentic medieval peasant spa experience awaits. Forget the steaming, luxurious hot tubs of the insulated elite or the boisterous communal public baths frequented by the middle class. Peasants faced a far more brutal, unforgiving reality. No running water meant endless, back-breaking labor, hauling every single precious drop from distant wells or polluted rivers, bucket by agonizing bucket. Bathing, often just a meager, hurried splash, frequently in water that was bone-chillingly, freezing cold. And privacy, a forgotten concept. They bathed exposed, vulnerable, outdoors in the elements, yet after toiling from dawn till weary dusk, this harsh ritual was paradoxically vital, a desperate attempt to wash away layers of grime, sticky sweat, and crucially to keep the ever-present threats of lice and fleas momentarily at bay. Soap, a rare, almost mythical commodity, a harsh, skin-stripping concoction of potent alkaline solutions like salt mixed with caustic lime. But here lies the truly shocking truth, the whispered secret. Faced with such monumental, exhausting effort for so little reward, some peasants simply gave up washing entirely, succumbing to the filth. Castle dwellers, the privileged few, they possessed the ultimate medieval status symbol, a sign of unimaginable wealth. A simple wooden bench with a crude hole, positioned precariously over an opening dropping straight into a deep, festering, reeking cesspit below. Peasants, utterly denied even this grotesque luxury. It seems unbelievable, yet that crude, stinking seat was the absolute peak of medieval opulence. And the vast lower classes, the backbone of the era, they relied on shared, dilapidated, eternally reeking outhouses, often overflowing. No outhouse access nearby. Chamber pots, earthenware vessels filled with human waste became their grim, constant indoor companions. Too poor even for a basic pot, simple, rough waste buckets held their daily shameful secrets, and where did all this accumulated horror go? Unceremoniously flung into nearby communal cesspits, already overflowing, or tipped directly into the nearest river, the very water source others might drink from downstream. Forget soft modern toilet paper. Raw nature provided their only, often abrasive options, handfuls of straw, scratchy grass, damp moss, or rough hay used to wipe themselves clean. Now let us pause and truly confront the unimaginable horror of the cesspit, the designated dumping ground for everything. Not just number 1 and number 2, but all their rotting garbage, animal remains, and general refuse festered there together, amplifying the unholy, gag-inducing stench that permeated the air for miles. Can you even begin to imagine the nightmare job assigned to the gong farmer, emptying these monstrous pits brimming with dung and refuse? Someone had to do it, a cursed existence battling the endless putrid tide of filth, yet despite their efforts, these primitive pits inevitably leaked, their toxic contents seeping out, poisoning the very earth beneath their feet and contaminating the groundwater, the essential source of life. Tired of the endless cycle of fast fashion, the medieval peasant wardrobe offers the ultimate enforced minimalist challenge, often just one single precious set of clothes. Layering wasn't a choice, it was survival, rough, scratchy linen worn directly against the skin, shielded by heavier, coarser wool outer garments for warmth. They understood instinctively, perhaps, that washing clothes was key to battling the relentless parasites that thrived in filth, and hidden, obscure etiquette guides even whispered of the ideal of daily underwear changes. But for the average peasant, an impossible, unattainable dream. The privileged few, the slightly less poor who could afford a spare outfit, might change once a week, laboriously washing the soiled set, no access to a professional laundress. They braved the murky rivers themselves, armed only with harsh homemade lye soap. And the grim, stomach-turning twist, those same rivers often swam thick with untreated human waste, dumped garbage, and the constant runoff from animal filth coating the streets. Clean clothes, more accurately described as rinsed in diluted sewage. Fleas and lice, the unwelcome, unavoidable, constant companions of virtually all medieval peasants. These parasites weren't just irritating pests, they were a veritable plague, spreading discomfort and disease. The infestation was so utterly rampant, so universal, it actually sparked a technological innovation, the addition of finer teeth to combs, designed specifically to scrape out clinging dirt and tenacious lice from hair. Yes, you heard right. Your modern sophisticated fine-tooth comb owes its very existence to the crawling horrors endured by lice-covered medieval peasants. Lacking even these specialized combs, fingers became the primary tools, and bizarrely, almost unbelievably, communal delousing sessions somehow evolved into accepted social gatherings. Like primates meticulously grooming each other in the wild, peasants would gather to patiently pick parasites off friends and family, shocking, disturbing, yet undeniably true. Despite this overwhelming, omnipresent filth, peasants clung fiercely to the idea of cleanliness as a fundamental mark of personal pride and essential social etiquette. Whispers of popular custom passed down through generations demanded the simple act of washing one's face and hands upon waking and continuing the practice throughout the long day. A small, achievable ritual even the poorest could usually manage, requiring only a minimal amount of that precious water hauled with such immense back-breaking effort. And in a world without forks or spoons, where eating was done entirely with the hands, washing thoroughly before and after every meager meal was not just polite, it was critically, vitally important for survival.